College football has turned into an arms race of luxury. Universities are spending hundreds of millions of dollars to build elite training facilities. Not just weight rooms, but five-star resorts with sleep pods, cryotherapy, gaming lounges, and even private barbershops. But what exactly is the goal of these? The answer? Recruiting dominance. In the NIL era, top recruits have more choices than ever, and schools are using these facilities to lure the very best players in the country into their programs. But the question is, does this actually lead to more wins? Or are schools just burning money away in the never-ending battle of who can build the flashiest football palace? When it comes to college football, winning on the field starts with winning in recruiting. And in today's game, that means building facilities so extravagant, so over the top that they feel more like billionaire resorts than training centers. These 7 programs I'm about to highlight have pushed the limits of luxury, creating some of the most ridiculous, high-tech, jaw-dropping football facilities the sport has ever seen. If there's one school that has completely redefined what a football facility should look like, it's Oregon. And it's all thanks to Nike co-founder Phil Knight, who has poured millions and millions of dollars into making Oregon's training complex feel like something out of a scientific fiction movie. Walking through this place, you won't find just any lockers. They're made from Brazilian hardwood and look more like custom home furniture from a high-end mansion than a football locker. The walls? They're covered with futuristic lighting that changes based on team moods. The film room, it's military grade with theater quality sound and projection systems. It's a precision engineered performance lab. The entire facility is designed to track, analyze, and enhance every player's movement, giving Oregon athletes a technological edge never seen before. Some people actually joke that Nike owns Oregon football. After looking at this facility, it's hard to argue. If Oregon is futuristic, LSU is pure luxury. The Tigers football facility underwent a $28 million renovation, making it one of the most player-friendly complexes in the country. First off, the locker room is next level. That's coming from a guy who's been in a lot of them. Each player gets a sleep pod style locker designed to recline into a bed so they can rest and nap between practices. No more napping on couches. LSU players get their own built-in recovery zone. Need a haircut? There's a barbershop on site. Feeling sore? Well, cryotherapy chambers are just a few steps away. Want to unwind? There's a nightclub-style players lounge with LED lighting, gaming setups, and private relaxation areas. LSU did not just build a football facility. They built a place that players never want to or need to leave. No school in the country takes football more seriously than Alabama. And when you win as much as they do, you can afford to spend money like an NFL franchise on a facility. The Bryant-Denny Stadium expansion turned Alabama's home field into one of the most high-tech stadiums in college football, but the real magic happens in their training complex. Players have access to a hydrotherapy pool designed for injury recovery, an oxygen chamber to speed up muscle healing, and a sports science lab that tracks every movement they make. And of course, this was all under the watchful eye of Nick Saban and now new head coach Kalen DeBoer, the masterminds behind Alabama's dynasty. If there's a way to give Alabama an edge, they will find it and they will build it. Yes, you read that right. Texas A&M. They have invested nearly $500 million into their football program, and it is paying off in huge ways. Their facility includes a private barbershop because looking good is part of playing good, a gaming lounge for players to relax in style, a player-exclusive dining hall with personalized nutrition plans designed by top-tier chefs in the world. Everything about this facility screams big money, which makes sense. Texas oil money funds this Texas A&M program. The only question is, when will all this spending in this facility bring them a championship? Clemson's football complex is not just about training, it's about having a darn good time while you do it. How many football facilities have a bowling alley? Clemson's does. How many have a putt-putt golf course? Yep, Clemson has that too. Oh, and did we mention the slide? That's right, Clemson's football facility has a slide that players and coaches use to get from one floor to another. Because why take the stairs when you can have fun on a slide? Clemson's weight room, rehab center, and film study areas are among the best in the country. The goal is to keep the players happy and keep them performing at a high level. At Ohio State, everything is about being elite. And when they build a $7 million locker room, they make sure it's the best of the best. Each player gets a customized locker with built-in ventilation and a personal charging station to make sure their phone is always juiced up. The recovery center features hot and cold pools, an infrared therapy room, and AI-powered fitness tracking. And because recruiting is a 24/7 job, Ohio State has made sure to show off this facility on social media. They designed their player areas to be Instagram worthy, because what's the point of having a great locker room if you can't flex it online? When Georgia decided to upgrade their football complex, they did not hold back. They spent $80 million on a state-of-the-art indoor practice facility, a futuristic weight room, and recovery suites that rival pro teams. Georgia's investment has paid off big time, winning back-to-back national championships and proving that sometimes spending big does pay off. For recruits, this facility sends one message loud and clear: if you want to win, this is the place to be. Now, those 7 programs have turned athlete football facilities into luxury playgrounds for athletes. But while some of these facilities have helped teams dominate, others are still waiting for their investment to turn into a championship. The big question remains, is all this spending necessary, or is college football just stuck in an endless cycle of trying to outspend your competition? Listen, college football is a big money game. If you want the best players, you better spend the most money and have the best facilities. These days, weight rooms and film study areas aren't enough. Schools are building resorts for their athletes, complete with private barbershops and even mini golf courses. And let's be honest, if you're an 18-year-old recruit choosing between 2 schools, are you picking the one with a standard gym and cafeteria, or the one with futuristic recovery rooms, luxury lounges, and a chef cooking up personalized meals? Exactly my point. With NIL deals giving players more freedom than ever, schools are going all out to make sure recruits choose them. And in many cases, these insane facilities make a big difference. Take Alabama and Georgia. These 2 programs are winning year after year. While coaching is obviously a big factor, their facilities are top tier. When a recruit walks in and sees that level of investment, it is hard to say no. But here's the question: has it actually worked? They've landed top recruiting classes, sure, but translating it into championships has been a completely different story. Which brings us to the big debate. Do insane facilities actually lead to more wins? Some coaches say no. They argue that culture, coaching, and player development matter way more than fancy buildings. Nick Saban, for example, could probably turn a high school gym into a championship-winning program by the way he coaches. And let's not forget schools like Wisconsin and Michigan State, which don't have the flashiest facilities but still find ways to compete at a high level. But ask the players and you'll hear a completely different story. Recovery rooms with cryotherapy and infrared therapy make a real difference. And in an era where NIL deals are shaping recruiting decisions, facilities that help players build their own brand, like Oregon's high-end media room, are a major selling point. At the end of the day, a great facility won't turn a bad team into a great one. But in a world where every program is fighting for the same top recruits, having the most luxurious, high-tech, player-friendly environment can be the difference between landing a future superstar and watching him sign with your rival. So is all this money worth it? For schools chasing a championship, the answer seems to be yes. Because in college football, if you're not keeping up, you are falling behind. Many universities allocate significant portions of their budgets to athletics, sometimes surpassing their investment in academic departments. For instance, the Texas A&M athletic budget reached approximately $193 million in 2016, reflecting the substantial financial commitment to sports programs. This trend raises concerns for some, especially when academic departments face funding challenges leading to questions about institutional priorities. Universities often justify spending big on athletic facilities by linking them to enhanced team performance, increased ticket sales, new merchandise revenue, and lucrative media deals. The underlying belief is that great facilities attract the best talent, leading to victories and consequently financial gains for the school. However, the return on investment isn't always straightforward. Some programs, despite massive spending, struggle to recoup their investment, prompting scrutiny over those financial struggles. Then there's the Flutie effect. The term Flutie effect describes the phenomenon where a university's success on the athletic fields boosts its overall reputation and enrollment. This concept originated from Boston College's experience following quarterback Doug Flutie's memorable Hail Mary pass in 1984, which reportedly led to a huge surge in applications. Institutions like Clemson and Alabama have observed increased enrollment and heightened national profiles following football triumphs, suggesting that athletic success can have a ripple effect beyond sports. The substantial investments in athletics have sparked a ton of debates about the university's commitment to their core educational missions. Critics argue that prioritizing sports over academics undermines the fundamental purpose of higher education. Instances like San Francisco State University's recent decision to eliminate 3 sports to address a budget crisis highlight the financial strains that institutions face. The university aims to save between $800,000 to $1 million by cutting these programs, reflecting the tough choices administrators must make to balance their budgets. The escalating investments in college athletics and the rise of name, image, and likeness (NIL) in college sports has blurred the line between amateur and professional sports. Critics argue that college athletics are veering towards professionalism, with student athletes becoming commodities in a high-stakes marketplace. This shift has prompted ethical debates about the true role of athletics within educational institutions and the potential of exploitation of college athletes. While state-of-the-art facilities can enhance universities' prestige and potentially boost enrollment, they also raise critical questions about financial priorities, equity, and the evolving nature of college sports. As universities navigate these complex problems, finding a balance that honors both athletic excellence and academic integrity remains a pressing challenge for schools all over the country. College football's arms race shows no sign of slowing down. Schools will keep pouring millions into jaw-dropping facilities, hoping to attract the best recruits and secure championships. But as NIL deals take center stage and coaching remains the biggest factor in winning, one question lingers: how much does spending actually matter? Some programs have turned luxury into success, while others are still searching for results. One thing's for sure, in today's game, keeping up is not optional. What do you think? Are these facilities worth the cost, or is college football becoming a battle of wasted money and luxury? Let me know in the comments.